the principles don't change. Like I don't need to be current on Jocko Willink to like understand that like extreme ownership is you want to own everything that you have possibly can have control over. And that is, for us, that is our process. And his other saying is discipline equals freedom. So if we are disciplined with what we, in the space that we can control, we have the freedom to, and flexibility to do whatever we want within that constraint, right? Like he calls it dichotomies, like these different things. Like there's one end of the spectrum and then another end of the spectrum. And through being like rigid on certain processes, we can have the freedom to create whatever we want with AI and vibe coding. So I think that's kind of like my thoughts around my ultimate thoughts around this is that if we can instill great processes, we can create whatever we want within those processes, and we can be confident in changing the code with whatever, with whatever tooling. Like the tooling can change, but as long as we stick with our processes, which has always been there, which has always been the case. It's just we've relied on engineering skill. We've relied on coding, human coding skill to like pick up the slack, right? Going back to the engineering black box. There's inputs, there's a box, and then outputs. So we've used engineering talent, engineering skill to massage the inputs of code in order to create, like, the code goes in, the system is the black box, and reliable output comes out. We've pre-massaged the inputs with our human generated code that goes into the system, and output like comes out as whatever business value coming out, right? So we're now the input is AI generated code, and we need to have, like, that's going to be quote unquote SLOP, right? We need to have the system, this black box in the middle, be able to absorb that code in a reliable way that produces this reliable business output on this other side here, right? Let me actually just create one slide with input black box